Hello, welcome to episode 139 of the Cat Lady podcast. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's 2 T's, C-A-T-T, which stands for Craft All the Things. Thank you for joining me on this crazy fiber-related knitting, spinning, crochet, whatever, vlog, podcast, whatever you want to call it. I welcome you, and if you are new, thank you for checking me out. If you are returning, thank you so much for always coming back. I am recording from Michigan with my husband, 2 kids, 2 cats, and yeah, that is just a little about me. You can find me on the interwebs as the Cat Lady on Instagram and Facebook, occasionally I've been poking around Twitter again, and TikTok occasionally, so I don't know. Instagram is definitely my bread and butter. Facebook, yeah. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me either places or send me an email at thecatladydesigns@gmail.com or craftycatlady@gmail.com, either or. I would love to merge my Crafty Cat Lady YouTube to the Cat Lady Designs, but you can't do that, so, and I don't want to lose all my numbers. So, I am also a hand-dyed yarn maker, a yarn dyer. So I will talk about the business a little bit towards the end, but you can find my hand-dyed yarns at www.thecatlady.com. So again, thank you for joining me. It's been a while, and I always feel so out of sorts after I take such a long break, but it's just things have been busy, and it's like I always want to sit down and do something and record, and then stuff happens, so here we are. So I do have some things to share today, though, and I will just jump right into finished objects. So I'm just kind of combining everything. So I'm primarily a knitter, but all of a sudden I have just been bitten by the crochet bug, and I'm not mad about it. So I have a few crochet things to show off first, but I'm kind of grouping all my finished objects together, all my works in progress together. If they're yarn related, I'm not separating them. So. But my pride and joy finished object that I am, well, actually both of them, but I will start with the one I am super excited about. And you didn't even see this as a whip, because it kind of flew off the hook. And I was just very excited about it. So I made a dress. So my original plan was not to make a short dress, and this isn't like super short, but it's a shorter dress. I don't have any good glamour shots yet, so I won't be posting in pictures. I have some awkward bathroom selfies, and that's about it. So it's very dark, so it's hard to see, but if I kind of hold it towards my light there, you can see it better. There we go. So it's got this little kind of lacy pattern. It's sort of like a heart-shaped. I think I screwed it up a little bit, but unless you're really staring at my chest area, you're not going to notice. So it's got this really nice little pattern in the front, and it kind of comes up a little high, and then in the back, I love the back, you have this kind of racer back strap thing. So I'm super, super pumped. And then, so this is called and this was a paid for pattern, however, I really modified, like, everything, pretty much. So I have all my notes in Ravelry, but the pattern I purchased on Etsy, Mermaidcat Designs. And she has her pattern. She has listings on Ravelry, but her patterns are for sale on Etsy. So I bought this, and it was a cheap pattern. It was like $4 or $5 or something. Very detailed, but things weren't jiving for me. So I had a hard time understanding what stitches I needed to go into. So I think that's how I screwed up the top, but it's good enough. But then when you get to I worked the medium, which I should have worked the small, because then when I got to the waist area where you start to connect to the back, it was way too big. So after I kind of modified that, it kind of ended up turning into what the small would have been, but however, this thing is very difficult to get on because my waist is pretty small. My hips are not. So trying to get this over my hips, and then it's like the straps and everything and around the neck area. I mean, it's a challenge a little bit. There's no way I could do my hair first and get this on. So this has to go on, then you have to do your hair, because there's just no way. So anyways, so I heavily modified where I made the back and everything. The seam in the back is a little sideways, but whatever, it doesn't bother me too much. And then I heavily modified the rest because she had some really, it's supposed to be long. It was supposed to be long, like floor length. But again, the size that you were supposed to stop at here, it was just supposed to be like one size. There was no shaping. Like, once I got to here, I mean, there was no way it was going to get over my rear end. So I had to do a lot of shaping, so I did some increasing, I did a little bit of decreasing after the butt. So it is like more form-fitting, which is totally fine. And then there was supposed to be like this lacy, kind of more this heart kind of pattern that went along the bottom. But after I realized, first of all, it's hard to see in the dark yarn. So, I mean, it would have been a waste of my time to work on all that open lace work at the bottom if it's just going to blend right in with the yarn. So that was number one. Number two, after I have to altering all the stitch counts because I had to make it bigger in the butt, that wasn't going to work fly either. So then I decided I was going to make it short, and it's like a couple inches above my knee, maybe like 2 inches above my knee or something like that. But then I thought, well, it needs to have something kind of fun. So I incorporated the Sunspray lace cube cover pattern. And basically it's like it's supposed to be a cube cover, like one of the cubes that fits into these shelves. It's like a big, so it's got a bottom and then the lace comes up the sides. Well, of course I just took the lace pattern and I applied that to the bottom. And it's just one repeat of this Sunspray lace. And this was free. It's a free pattern. So I will take much better pictures and show this off once I get it all together. But I'm planning to wear this to my cousin's wedding, but we'll see. I don't know what the plan is with anything. I don't know how to plan for anything anymore, really. So, but potentially I'll be wearing this to my cousin's wedding. So I bought shoes because of course you have to have fun shoes, right? And I haven't bought a pair of fun, like, dress shoes in ages. So I was very excited to find these. I don't know if you can see the sparkle or not, but they are very sparkly, and I thought gold. I'm typically not a gold person, but the gold and the burgundy, oh yeah, definitely. So this would be a fun Christmas dress. But, oh, I love these. I love these shoes. So, I had to get some fun sparkly shoes. I'm just going to wear these around the house. I don't care. The yarn I used is the Lionbrand Pound of Love. In the Claret color. And again, I originally planned on making a long version, so I bought 2 pounds of love. So I have plans for the other pound that you'll see in a little bit. This used up almost a whole pound. I had like had a little bit left. So, but it used up most of it. So I was pretty happy with that. In other finished objects, this is a long time coming finished object. I cast this on last October. This is my Granny Square retro top, or retro Granny Square top by, oh, the Sunspray lace was by Kris Moore, by the way, but all the information is on Ravelry. I will put it down below as well. This is the retro Granny Square top by Jennifer Xerri, and I've been working on this forever. So you had to make all these squares individually, and then you sewed them all together, and then you had to sew all the panels together. So then you made a front panel, you made a back panel, you made front and back panels of sleeves, and then you sewed those all together, seamed them together, and then you applied your edge around the whole thing. Applied the ribbing. The original pattern doesn't call for ribbing. Actually, it didn't call for ribbing at the bottom, but I wanted it a little bit less croppy. And then it didn't call for ribbing on the sleeves either, but I'm tall and my arms are long, so it needed some length. And I love it, and this was like a last minute added detail, and that's like my favorite part now, this little colorful stripe. I think that really helps. I ran out of color, so I only put the one little stripe at the bottom, which I think is fine. I got the stripy colors on the sleeves, so this is all acrylic, Lionbrand, it's either WoolEase, I think I know the mustard is WoolEase, the green, the burgundy, and the orange are all Vanna's Choice, and the purple is Premier Yarns, I think. Most of these were leftovers from my Doctor Who scarf that I made a long time ago. This thing like weighs like a ton. It's so heavy. But I don't have any like glamour shots of this either. I really gotta get out and get pictures, but it's like 90 degrees out and I really don't want to put on a burning hot sweater. So, but I'm planning to wear that to the Wool Gathering Festival in Ohio, if that's still a thing. Seriously, everything is just so up in the air. Michigan Fiber Festival is this weekend. I didn't have intent to go. I kind of want to go. But I don't think I'm gonna have time to go this weekend. But so that's still going, so that's good. I heard Vermont Sheep and Wool is canceled already though. So yeah, I don't know what Rhinebeck's gonna look like this year. I'm not going, but be curious to see what happens there. But yeah, so those are my 2 finished objects. So 2 crochet finished objects, no knitting, no finished objects in knitting, but I'm very happy with my crochet finished objects. Works in progress. I will start off with the crochet one, why not? I am working on, so like I said, originally I had planned on a long dress. And originally I was thinking of making like almost like a top, so like the bodice top, and then a separate skirt. And then I found that dress pattern and went with it. So now I am working on the skirt because I have this whole extra pound of yarn. This pound of love in the claret color. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll try to do my own skirt. And this is I'm making it up as I go here. So this is when I got the start. And what I did this time, since again I have the same issue with my waist versus hips conundrum, I made myself a little slit that can be buttoned at the end. So it can now fit over my hips, but then I can cinch it to my waist. So I started with that. So I got my little button close opening, and actually I might put a little tie on it. I don't know if I want a button or if I want a like an I-cord tie. I don't know, but obviously I just started and I'm just pretty much increasing. And so my plan, I think, is to do a couple more inches of, these are just double crochets, to cover my you know, the modest section. I don't know how to word that. Cover my butt and my front with the double crocheted section, and then I want to do a pineapple lace bottom that flows out. So this is the width I think I'm settling on. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. This is, if the math is correct, it's about 45 inches circumference. So I think that's good. I think that's a good flare. So it's fitted at the waist, and then it flares out, and then it'll kind of flow down. So I found a pineapple lace pattern that's written out. I don't have the name, I'll put it below. It was just a free pattern. I googled pineapple lace because I love those big pineapples. I just think they look so cool. So this will cover, so this will start at my waist. It'll cover down a couple more inches, and then it'll go into this pineapple lace repeat until it reaches the floor, I think. So I have no idea. This could be a complete disaster because I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not a proficient crocheter, but I just know that there's not a lot of really cool patterns. There's some, and there are some I wanted to buy, but they were a little expensive. And for not knowing exactly what I'm doing, and after dealing with this and kind of having a hard time interpreting the pattern, I was kind of nervous to buy another pattern that's going to be twice as much. So I am trying my own thing. So yeah, I'm excited with how this is turning out so far. So the pineapple lace pattern, however, is written back and forth. So, and to do this little slit also had to be back and forth. But you can tell a difference because there is a front and a back side of the crochet. So I am doing all my rows front and back. So, which it's turning out fine. So it just kind of gives it a little bit of a ridge. But as long as they're all consistent, I don't think it's going to be an issue. I don't mind it. Gives a little texture there, I guess. Which now looking, I might have skipped one. Might have skipped going back and forth one row there. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to rip it back, so. It's kind of hard to keep track of flipping around, so. Again, that is the Pound of Love and the Claret. I'm using a, for H hook for this, for the sweater, or for the dress. G hook for the shirt. Back to H hook for skirt. So, which I need a new H hook. I like the Clover Amour hooks. They got this nice plastic, kind of comfortable soft plastic handle. The hooks that I have, so I have a couple of those, but my main hooks are these boy hooks. This isn't the one I'm using, but it's this metal handle. It hurts, and then my fingers like dig into my fingernails, kind of dig into my palm because there's nothing to really grab onto. So I'm hoping to go snag one. Actually, there's supposedly one left at my local Joann, so I should run up there and see if I can get it. So, and then I feel like the hook itself just works through the yarn smoother. And then it's living in my baby basket. Yay! I always so this is now my current whip basket. So anytime I have a current whip, I'm using the baby basket, which I'm excited. And that was my Rhinebeck purchase a couple of years ago. I love those baskets. Every time I go to Rhinebeck, I'm getting a basket because I just love those baskets. I want one of those oblong kind of shoulder baskets. My other whip that got like 2 seconds of love, but I'll show it because I haven't showed it in a while. And this is knitting. This is the only thing I've been knitting. I have been knitting on one other thing that I'm not showing off until later, but it's a present for someone that might watch, might not watch, but just to be safe. So this is the Twilight Time headscarf. I've made one of these, so this is the second one. I did a test knit for the designer, who is the marvelous Mrs. Maker. And which is the front, which is the back. This is the front. So this is the Twilight Time headscarf. There is a total of 12 repeats, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm not even halfway. It's kind of slogging. It's a fun knit, but it really needs like concentration, and it's got 3 balls of yarn at one time because it's got these applied these intarsia edges. So it requires concentration. It's a pretty detailed lace pattern. So I have not gotten as much love as it should. I was, kind of wanted to wear it this summer, but it'll be ready for, I'll still wear it in the winter. I don't know. So. That is in my, and not my bag is almost appropriate though, it's my pumpkin bag. So, and that is that. And that's it. So I have 2 faux, 2 whips, and we are just chugging along. So, Black Widow update. If you saw my last episode, you noted I went into some detail on making my own Black Widow costume. So I showed off some things last time. I can't remember everything I showed off. I know I showed off the very attractive bodysuit, so I didn't pull that out. And I know I showed off the wig, the Russian spy wig. In addition, I can't remember what else I know I showed off the little wrist things that I need to spray paint. So these are my little wrist things, bullets. I don't know if I showed off these. So my husband's like, you shouldn't even use those. And technically I won't go out in public in them. They'll just be for my at-home photo shoot, I guess. But I just got some plastic pistols. Spray paint those black. I'm kind of on the fence. Do I leave the tip orange? Because technically, I don't want anyone to think it's a real gun. But they should be black, so. Or since I'm just doing it for silly at home, do I just leave it as is? I don't know. So, but they're just little cap guns. Do they come with caps? Caps not included. Should get some caps. Those would be fun to play with, actually. I remember those as a kid. So those are those. And then those, oh my gosh. So this was not expensive. I can't remember how much the set was, but it was like not expensive, but the thing is like heavy duty. These are the thigh holsters, and this is like legitimate, like heavy duty. It's a set of 2, so one for the left and one for the right. So this is where the guns go in, and then they wrap around your legs, and then it attaches to your belt. So yeah, these are like, I mean, obviously they weren't made for costumes, but for the price, they were. I didn't expect them to be this nice. So I guess when I get my conceal and carry license, never, I will have my holsters to wear under my dress. I don't know. Just ignore me. I'm making no sense. So then I got... Oh, so here's my utility belt. So this is what the holsters will attach to. So this is just your utility supply belt for all your ammo and what? I don't know. And then I have the belt for the logo. So that goes up here. It's like your waist belt, and then her little Black Widow logo will go in the middle, which that is the one piece I still need to make. So it's going to just be foam or felt or something, and I will make the logo, and this is just one of those elastic belts, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to attach it. If I can glue it to one side, probably just glue it to one side. Or, yeah, that's probably it. I'll probably just glue it to one side there and figure that out. So that is just your basic elastic belt. And then and then I got the fancy pants driving gloves. They might be a little big, but I don't know. I accidentally ordered an extra large. Like, I completely just ordered some gloves and didn't look at the size, and they were huge. So then I ordered these, and I think they're a large. Should have gotten medium, but they said to order them big, but they're fine. They're just little black fake leather gloves. So, because she's wearing like little fingerless gloves. So. And then, lastly, this took the trip of a century, because this came from China, is the patches that I need to attach to the black bodysuit. Not exactly what I thought, because they are Velcro, so they actually come apart here. I'm not going to really take them apart, and they come apart and are Velcroed. I don't know why, but that's what they are. But these are the shield badges that go on sides. So I need to hot glue, I guess. And actually, if I take it apart, that's going to be easier to glue. So if I hot glue this small, that's actually going to be nice. It's a real thick. They are really thick. So they are going to stick out a bit. But if I hot glue the base on, and then I can just Velcro the thing, I'll have my sleeve patches. And then I guess technically I could take them off if I wanted to use the bodysuit for something else. I mean, you'd see this Velcro piece, but it wouldn't be. It's multi-purpose. I could use it for something else. So that's that. So yeah, that's coming together. All I have to do is glue I gotta spray paint a couple things, make the you make the logo belt logo, and then glue those patches onto the bodysuit. Which I'm a little worried, because I don't know about hot glue and fake plastic. I don't know how that's going to work, so hopefully I don't screw it up, but I think I'll be alright. So that is all the crafting news. I will talk some business news. So I am the dyer of the Cat Lady Yarns, www.thecatlady.com. I don't have much new in the shop, but I have plenty of yarn available, so please check it out. DK season is among us. I have a lot of DK yarn, which is perfect for accessories, including I have a pattern for sale called the Totally Rad Fingerless Mitts, and these are perfect for DK yarn. You can also use worsted yarn. It's like a 2-for-1 pattern where I have it written for DK and for worsted, because they're very similar but slightly different. So they are just cute, more fashionable than functional, I guess, fingerless mitts. You could layer them with a pair of those just stretchy gloves if you want. And this is the Here Be Dragons colorway. So real pretty green variegated color. And so these are available also on the website. This is made with the DK yarn. And I have some colors that I dyed like a month ago that I haven't put up yet. I gotta get those up. So there was Night Moves and Mayhem. So stay on the lookout for that. If you want to be the first to know, please sign up for my newsletter. The link is below. Mail Trip newsletter. I don't spam a lot of newsletters. I send them out, you know, every month or so, just whenever there's anything new. So you'll be the first to know. I always try to give my newsletters a heads up, so a couple days prior to listing anything on Amazon, Instagram, or Facebook, I usually reserve the first few days for my newsletter subscribers, so such as the yarn calendar this year, that went to my newsletter subscribers first, and so they got first chance to order. Speaking of the yarn calendar, this weekend is the last weekend it'll be listed. I threw a few more up there, so they're, yeah, get them before they're gone, because once they're gone, they're gone. So I don't plan on listing anymore at this point, and don't plan on dyeing any extras, but that could change. So there might be an extra, there may not be. So if you are interested in a 24 mini skein yarn calendar called Rockin' Around the Holidays, it is all going to be based on songs with colors in the name, so I'm super excited. I love music, and it's all just kind of rockin' tunes, nothing holiday related. I mean, it's called Rockin' Around the Holidays, but it's nothing specifically. There's not going to be Christmas music, there's not going to be anything like that. It's just going to be fun, rockin' music that have colors in their name, so it's songs that mostly everyone will know, I'm sure. Songs that I like. And yeah, and then I received some of my extras that I ordered, so I'm excited about the extras that I'm going to get together. Please read the entire listing. It is a pre-order. It doesn't ship out till fall. Shipping is included in the listing, so you don't need to add shipping. You can just click the free shipping option that shows up. And if you are shipping to Canada, there's a button to click on the listing. So when you actually look at the listing, it says ship to Canada. There is an extra fee for shipping to Canada. I am not shipping international, unfortunately, just because it's crazy. It's hard enough shipping to Canada and the United States, so I don't want to deal with any international stuff, unfortunately. So there is an option for a full skein as well, so that is also in the listing. You click on the full skein, you click on ship to Canada, that gives you your total price for that one, and then you can just click on full skein and that gives you the total price there. So yeah, it is on the Perfect Sock base, which is an 80/20 superwash merino nylon. Again, 20 grams, and then one full skein of 115 grams. In other yarn business news, I am a sponsor for the Leading Men Fiber Arts Knitting at the Estate Retreat. This was a last minute kind of thing, so Steve from Leading Men Fiber Arts ordered some mayhem from me, which was super exciting. It was like, wow. It's like a fangirl moment, really, because I like their yarn and they're popular and big and exciting. So he ordered and then followed up a week later asking if I wanted to be a sponsor, and I said sure. So I'm not going to share what I sent yet because it's supposed to be a little exclusive for the retreat, but I sent out about 80 mini skeins of yarn, so that was super exciting. I'm going to take a short break before my camera shuts off, and I will see you on the flip side. Okay, in life news, life has been busy, and not bad busy, just busy. We just got back from a week-long trip in Higgins Lake doing some camping, so that was a lot of fun. So this is the third year we've been up there for this same time frame. So 2 years ago, my dad and his wife like to camp, and they have an RV, and so 2 years ago they invited us up to crash pretty much at their site because we didn't have any camping stuff at that point. So we flip-flopped. Jim stayed in the tent both nights with he took one kid one night, one kid the other night, and then I stayed in the RV with the opposite child both nights. And it was fun, and we had a good time. So, and we went on the boat, and we rented a boat and had a complete massive storm that was scary, and we couldn't find the shore at some point. We're stuck in the middle of the lake in this crazy storm. So that was year one. So then last year we planned it again, except this time we had all our new camping stuff. So we did the same time frame though. It was Wednesday through Sunday. So this was the third year we did it again, and we had all our camping stuff, and we did another Wednesday through Sunday. And it's been a really good time. Last 2 years we've had wonderful weather, and we did the boat. We've been doing the boat, and we rent a boat, and we go out on the lake, and it's a lot of fun. So it's kind of been a tradition now, so hopefully we can keep this up. So we had a really good time, really good weather. Got a little chilly overnight actually, which is better than really hot. So when you're in a tent and it's hot, and the sleeping bags we have are really warm, so it was nice to be kind of a little on the cooler side actually. We got ice cream, we played putt-putt, we went to the beach, we went on the boat, you know, it was a great time, so we had a lot of fun. I am still on the hunt for an RV. Plans keep changing, so things just keep changing, and my husband's not like 100% on board, but he's on board. He really enjoys the camping. He's not sure about the maintenance of an RV, which I agree. So we flip-flopped a lot, and as far as towing it and all that stuff, and storing it, there's just so many factors. So I've kind of thought we kind of settled maybe on a pop-up now, and I found a pop-up that is practically an RV, but it's a pop-up, so it could maybe even fit in our garage. We have like the smallest garages in this subdivision like ever. So when I say it might fit, it just like, if you park it all the way up against the wall and maybe put it a little on an angle, it might fit. So, but the RV show is canceled, and not particularly because of COVID, but because of inventory and supply and demand and all this other stuff. So unfortunately we don't have a chance to go to the RV show. So, and the one I'm looking at is select availability, so we might be able to find it somewhere to look at, but I don't know. So stay tuned for that, but that would be really fun. And it's got heat and air and a miniature shower toilet combo. But I mean, those are the necessities I want. I don't mind camping in a tent, but I would really like a functional toilet and shower, and maybe some air conditioning and heat would be great too. So what else? Emily is going to get her ears pierced this weekend, so I talked about that last time, and we kind of put it off because we were going out of town. But I found out that Target, of all places, not all Targets, but a handful of Targets, and one that's not too far from us, has partnered with this company called Rowan, who has registered nurses that pierce the ears. So why not? So tomorrow we have an appointment at one of the nearby Targets to have her ears pierced. So she's very excited. I'm excited. I was going to get my ears pierced too, but I'm going to wait. I still might do it, but I just figured let's make this all about her and not deal with, I don't know. So, and I haven't worn earrings in my original holes in forever, so I started wearing earrings this week, and they're a little sore because, yeah, I haven't worn them in like a year. So let's just focus on reviving this one first. So we're doing that, and then we're going to get haircuts this weekend, so we all need haircuts. My hair is just like wild, okay? My hair is wild. The gray is just like taking over, which is, it's fine. I'm trying to grow it out, so this is where I am at. So what happened was I was on my every 8-week schedule. I missed one, and then I messaged her and said, when are you free? And she never responded. So guess what? I never scheduled a follow-up appointment, so here we are. So we're growing it out, but I do need a trim. So we're all just going to Great Clips. Emily needs a trim. David and Jim need haircuts. I need a trim. So, but we're going to see what happens here. If this comes in, if this keeps going when it's going, I might be able to dye it purple or pink or something. Because if there's enough gray and white areas, I don't know, will it look weird? I don't know. So we're going to try that out. So I got some really legit like white on the sides here, but on the top it's more gray. So I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see how it comes out though. Middle school walkthrough is next week, so Emily and I will be going down to the middle school and getting her locker and seeing her schedule, and she gets pictures and yeah, all sorts of stuff. Scheduling is already becoming a nightmare with robotics and cross country, and then juggling both schools because there's one elementary, one at middle. Getting a little nervous. I'm getting a little overwhelmed. I'm getting really nervous and overwhelmed just in general because of COVID stuff. The kids' masks are optional, and I'm sending them with masks, and I'm just trying not to like freak out too much, but you know, whenever you read the news, it's hard not to freak out. But that's the news. That's what the news does. It's hard to like take the news seriously anymore because it's like always it's always the worst case stuff, right? It's made to make you fear everything. And it's working. So, but kids will be wearing masks. I'm still planning on sending them on the bus, but I am getting concerned because if the buses are too crowded, then I will pull them. But then I'm gonna have to drive them to and from, and that's where I am today. And that's it. So things are gonna get a little crazy, and then hopefully they're gonna chill. Again, trying to schedule things. So right now, robotics and cross country are completely clashing. So this is a problem, which is beyond me because there's no reason cross country should be starting practice at 6 o'clock. Okay, robotics, that makes sense. You have lots of parent volunteers and parents work, and so we all get together in the evenings. Okay, but cross country should start right after school. So when I got the email saying cross country is going to start at 6, I'm like, what? So wish me luck with that. And then David's got robotics, but nothing else. So, but yeah, there's just gonna be lots of things to do. I need to get back down to the dye studio and start cranking out some yarn. So that's the plan. I do have some things in the works in my brain. I'm thinking, I'm still toying with bringing back dye to order for certain things and maybe certain quantities. So stay tuned. Again, sign up for the newsletter and you'll get all the first to know information. Also, join the Discord server. Oh my gosh, it is such an amazing place. Okay, if you need a community, please come to my community because we are such a good, just accepting and fun and just very happy community. Okay, we complain a lot because that's what you need to do in your community. You need to, you need a place to vent, right? And share your projects and talk about life and talk about what's going on in the world and everything. Just please, if you are at all interested in just talking and sharing and just enjoying each other's company, please come join the Discord server because I am enjoying it thoroughly. I try to post at least 1 or 2 things every day and everyone's very responsive. And I mean, there's a core group of people that I do the most chatting and I am one of them because I enjoy community. I enjoy the knitting community, crafting community, and I enjoy the people that are in there, and we are here to support each other and just, lift each other up. So that's what it's all about. So the link is below. It is an app that is really easy to use on your phone. There's also a website you can navigate to. Even if you don't know how to use it, just come join in. We'll show you how. It's very, very easy. It's very easy just to, heart something and reply to somebody and just post something. So please, I welcome everybody that wants to join a fun, laid-back community to come join in. So that is that. So thank you all for joining me. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. I probably did because that's what I do. And hopefully I'll be back in a couple weeks. Next week? I don't know. Again, once school starts, and I know I legitimately have every day open, it's gonna free up some time. Right now camp schedule has been kind of, we go some days, we don't go this day, but we go this day, and this week is the version of this week, and of course we're not going to be doing any vacations or anything, so my time should be a little more predictable. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and all that fun stuff. So I'd still love to get to 1,000 so that I can maybe start doing YouTube lives on my phone, because I don't want to do a YouTube live on my laptop. Okay, that's just, I don't. I want to be like mobile. I want to be mobile. Okay, I am a mobile addict, and it's a problem, but, help get me to 1,000 so I can branch out and do some more things. So, again, I love you all. Thank you so much, and I hope you get to go craft all the things. Bye.